welcome to our season review of the 2020 FIM Motocross World Championship. I'm Paul Malin, and with the help of Lisa Leyland, we're about to take a journey through a year like no other. Tim Gajser is a defending champion in MXGP, but we're going to start with the battle between Vialle and Jago Geerts to succeed Jorge Prado as the top dog in MX2.
For the first time since 2012, the season starts in Europe, here in Matterley Basin, the home of the MXGP of Great Britain since 2006.
The gate drops here for the first time.
I didn't have the best start, but I think I started around 6th or 7th. Then made a couple of good passes on the first laps, and I think after 10-15 minutes I was in second place, and then Tom had a crash after the triple, so that was a little bit of gift, but yeah, it's nice to start the GP season with a win.
Oh! Jago Geerts loses the front end.
It was actually hard condition because it was raining almost all the moto. I had a little bit problem with the goggle, with the tear off. But I managed to pass René on the last 5 minutes, I think, and I could win my first moto. That was nice, great feeling, and also a bit of pressure out. Then now I could win one moto, so that was nice. I train a lot with Jeff in the sand. Also, Joel helped me a lot to watch the line, to watch how to take the bump, how to turn. I improve a lot. The goal when you start the season is to be world champion. Sometimes you need to take, I think, a little bit of less risk and to finish second, sometimes second or third. If Jago pass me, I lose to 3 points or 5 points, but maybe in the future I'm gonna win these points.
Jago Geerts takes the checkered flag. There in third place behind. Oh, Geerts goes down. Geerts gets high-sided. Jago Geerts picks himself up. Across the line 7th for Monster Energy Yamaha. He will be disappointed, but he has put in a brave effort to get himself 3rd overall. Maxime Renault saying, is this the way to the podium?
Yeah, I don't know. I take the championship lead, so yeah, that's really cool. I was really good in second race. I was yeah, it's a long time, maybe on the winter I ride like that, but on the race it's really difficult, and no, I was really happy. The track was really tough.
I was really motivated to go in Argentina. I really like the track there. After a few days we knew it was cancelled. For me, I was really sad.
After an enforced 5-month break, the Motocross World Championship is finally back. But instead of the planned trip to Patagonia, we are here in Latvia for the first of a triple header in Kegums, the home of the MXGP of Latvia since 2009.
With Jago, we were really close also in the points, so for me it was like restart of the season, almost restart from zero.
And coming in from the outside, it looked like Vialle it is, who exits the first turn right in front where he wants to be. Geerts there in second position. Jago Geerts is down. So Geerts goes down from turn 3, and look how hard, you see how hard the ground is there and slick. The wheels just went from underneath him. Oh, man down at the end of the straight is Geerts again. And Jago Geerts looks a little bit injured. How costly is that going to be for his championship campaign?
I was riding really good and feel also good on the bike. And I saw Jago crash, so after I make a little gap every lap, and at the end I just continue pretty easy my race.
Tom Vialle takes the checkered flag, wins race number 1 here, his 3rd race win of the year, and increases his lead at the top of the championship table. It is very tightly contested between an F&H Kawasaki in Warren Bay and Tom Vialle, the two French riders back bars at the end of that straight. Geerts easily goes through, and maybe Tom Vialle allowed that to happen a little bit. Knows he doesn't need to fight with Geerts. Tom Vialle is going to go through as they start the final lap.
The year before, you know, I finished 8 or 10 and Iago was on the podium. He was much faster than me in 2019. And to catch him and to be with him to fight, it was really nice. To win the first moto and to fight with him in the second moto and to win the overall was a good weekend.
The 193 cruises to the line, takes his 4th career race win. He lights the candles here in Riga, but it's Vialle who will win the Grand Prix.
It was a really good day for me. The first heat I had a really good start. I was second, and then after a couple laps I passed Tom for the lead. And
the second trip in Latvia, I was not feeling so much myself. I just didn't feel so good with my bike and also with me. The track was really fast that day, a little bit different than on Sunday, than on the first race.
But yeah, the second heat I finally got my first hole shot. And yeah, just rode my good pace. They were fast behind me, but I could hold them off, and I'm really happy.
I didn't find flow, and I don't know, I was not so good in that day, but it was important to finish 4 and 4.
On Sunday, we'll be back for more, with the track undergoing yet another makeover ahead of the event. This will be the first time that MXGP has ever held 3 GPs in just 8 days. And judging from the first 2, anything can happen at the MXGP of Kegums.
Geerts has gone missing. He caught the side of Havisto. So Red Bull KTM's Tom Vialle is going to pick up his 2nd race win here.
But I didn't lose any points, 1 and 2 in the GPs, and Iago went 2 and 1. To don't lose any points in the Sun track was a really good weekend for me. And I win, I think, 2 or 3 points in the week in Latvia. So I think it was a good week for me.
After a 2-week break, the FIM Motocross World Championship is now back for more, as we settle down in Faenza for another triple header spread over 8 days. How will they fare on this hard-packed track? Let's find out at the MXGP of Italy.
To go 3 races in Faenza on the hard pack, for me, I was really happy. I really like, you know, the layout of the track is a little bit up and down, and the dirt is nice.
Tom Vialle was picking himself up. Did he crash in the same place that he did in practice this morning? Geerts does win race number 1. Vialle right there in 2nd, and he closes the door on the Belgian. And Maxime Renault does round out the final turn. He takes his first race win. He takes his first Grand Prix victory as well.
Yeah, that was incredible. One of the best days of my life for sure. Pulled the whole shot in the 2nd race, and then managed to lead all the race. And yeah, it was really hard, really tough, really hot here. So physically it was quite hard, but managed to do it, and I'm really happy with that.
Geerts to the inside, but it's Vialle who will cross the Vauxhall shot line. Van der Moosdijk, and horror under the bike. His teammate right in there with him as well, and it was Langenfelder. Mattia Guadagnini absolutely loving the hard slick conditions here, and Guadagnini leading the way already. Vialle, your new leader on lap 7. How significant will that be come the end of the race? And Geerts on the uphill wave section. Well, Beaton goes through, Olsen goes through, and Geerts struggling to pick his bike up. First ever double race victory. He does it here at Faenza. It's his 3rd Grand Prix win of the season. The MXGP of Emilia Romagna here at the Monte Carlo circuit. Side by side as they drop downhill, and Vialle tried to cut across to the inside. to win though. Vialle second, Olsen third, Beaton fourth.
I make a really good start. I was really in the front of Iago, so I could really turn safe. And directly after a few laps, feel really comfortable on the bike and on the track. So I was pushing, and yeah, Iago make a mistake quite early actually. So I was still 20 minutes to go, but I didn't do any mistake, and I was really happy to win. Yeah, 2 times in a row is fantastic. So thank you very much.
Vialle and Ch1 still separated by 21 points. Renault third.
Tom Vialle is now in firm control of the MX2 Championship as we head to Mantova in 2 weeks' time for another Italian trilogy, starting with the MXGP of Lombardia.
Vialle gets edged out wide, wider than he probably wanted to go. Oh, Watson almost goes down in that fourth corner. And the most like he's going to lose a position as well as a result of that mistake, but he'll try to carve up the inside of the Dutchman. Here is Tom Vialle, makes it race win number 8, extends his lead at the top of the championship standings. Beaton tries to charge at the inside, shows Watson a wheel, and he takes over the lead here.
I think I had a lot of mud in my front brake, so my brake was starting to break in the air, in the jump. I lose quite a lot of points, you know, in this moto.
And Jed Beaton, rockstar in his Ch1, is going to cross the line. He wins his first ever moto in MX2.
I'm just super happy that, to get this overall, it's been a long time since I've been on the top step, and it's an amazing feeling. I just want to thank my whole family and the team, everybody. Thank you.
Whatever next at the MXGP of Città di Mantova and the MXGP of Europe.
Renault's upside down, I think, in turn 1. Watson down as well. But it's Vialle who leads, and we know what happens when he gets there. You cannot afford that guy a foxhole shot. And Iago Ch1 looking to charge down the inside, and he gets on the gas. Down the inside. Oh! Vialle closed the door. The Red Bull KTM rider wins race 2. It's only going to be good enough for second overall, because the victory will belong to Thomas Kjær Olsen.
I win the first moto. Iago was almost behind me all the race, so that was, for me, was a nice one to win the first moto. Everybody, you know, in that time say Iago crashed, but he's really fast. And Iago was behind me all the moto. He couldn't pass me. The second one, I knew Iago is gonna try to push after a lot of mistakes. So I didn't insist when he passed me. I really follow the line and try to push. Always I try to push on the last 3-5 laps.
Iago Ch1, your overall winner.
We'll be back with the best bits from Madrid in the MXGP of Spain. We have a brand new track here at Xanadu Arroyo Molinos on the outskirts of Madrid for our first visit to sunny Spain in 2 years.
Yes, we went to Spain first time this place, so it was really nice. They built the track. Also, again, nobody knew the track. So this is nice, you know, again, hard pack track. I like it a lot.
And the most like, he makes a mistake under pressure from Hughes. Jed Beaton is running down the inside of the Frenchman. He takes the lead away from Vialle. An immediate response from Vialle. MX2 race 2, Iago Ch1, 55 points down in the championship chase now. He needs to start thinking outside of the box. He has stalled the bike. Moshrin's Yamaha rider will take his 10th race win of the season.
My back wheel went a little bit up and the bike stopped. I'm a little bit angry at myself because on last lap, but anyway, for the championships it was again a good day today. I win the GP, so I'm pretty happy actually.
In MX2, Tom Vialle is 52 points ahead of rival Jago Geerts after clinching his 5th GP win of the season in Madrid. The Belgian knows it's now or never in the title race, but he's going to need a little help if he's to get within striking distance of the red plate before we head to Arco for the championship finale.
Jago Geerts here, and he throws it away. Loses the front end. Oh, and Vialle throws it away. And Ben Watson takes his first ever race win. And he does it here in the brutality of Lommel.
I didn't ride this week, and I knew how tough this race was going to be. And physically, I feel amazing. I had a really good fight with Tom all the way, and to get the win, so amazing. The feeling's unbelievable.
Goes down and takes half the field with him. Are we going to see a challenge for the lead here at the end of the section here? I think we are. Jago Geerts, Monster Energy Yamaha, hits the finish line, wins race 2.
To win the first GP is just unbelievable for me. It was just great and feeling good and also confident for the next 2 races. I wanted a lot to beat Jago in the sand.
Throws it away. Geerts has to smooth the line through there. Oh, and he closes the door down on Vialle. Vialle in about 5th or 6th place, but for the most like up the inside and taking over the lead. Geerts rips him up, goes down the inside, takes away the lead. Vialle quickly into 2nd as well. Oh! Jago Geerts holds the front, he's under the bike. Tom Vialle is your new race leader, and he's going to win the overall as well.
Yeah, you know, 61 points after the 2nd race in Lommel was just nice to extend the championship lead. And only 1 race to go in Lommel on Sunday, so I was feeling comfortable.
Jago Geerts upside down in the waves. Watson denied, he's not denied. He wins again. Have we lost Jago Geerts? We have again. Rowan van der Moosbach, the F&H Kawasaki rider, wins a race. Watson his first ever Grand Prix victory.
Honestly, I have absolutely no words. Just thank you to everyone who's made this happen. Not the GP winner, I cannot believe it.
Vialle alongside Jago Geerts. Cut back to the inside here for Olsen. Yes, he does. Puts the squeeze on the Frenchman.
I just felt great out there, and it showed. Like throughout the moto, I started to being more and more comfortable. If you want to pass out there, you got to make it happen. So I thought I put up a pretty good pass on Vialle, and after that, I was just riding my own laps. I'm so happy.
Can Geerts find a way through? He's alongside Beniston, who looks across the Belgian. 2nd place then for Jago Geerts. Jago Geerts takes the flag. Race win number 13 for the season.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the day after such a difficult week in Lommel. We worked really hard on the bike this week, and yeah, it showed. It was I felt really good on the bike. I won again, so I'm really happy with that.
Tom Vialle there, he was 3rd in time practice today, but he was deemed to have stopped on the racetrack. His best time was taken away from him, and he now goes to the line last. 29th place for the championship leader.
I was really angry and I was like, it's not possible, not today.
Vialle right away from the outside, and look at that, just immediately across. Foxhole shot as well. But Jago Geerts, his closest rival. Jago Geerts is seeing all kinds of problems here.
It was so difficult to ride. I was thinking about the race for the title, and the last lap I was cold on the last lap. It was so difficult, but I'm so happy. And thank you to all of us. Thank you very much.
His gear shift that got stuck, so they were just trying to fix it. He's decided to finish the race anyway, he's got nothing to lose.
To be world champion after all the season, a lot of pressure on every year. To arrive to finish the goal is just fantastic. When I passed the line, it was a lot of emotion. All the sacrifice my parents, my family, they did. All the hard work I did since the last 2 years. So it's just a good moment.
Vialle down in the first turn. Oh, down the inside. Watson said, nah, get back. Oh! And here, headbutts the bank.
Wow, what a way to end my career. I actually cannot believe it. I mean, I just took an amazing start again, and then, yeah, I put in a solid race, and I'm sorry for my teammate who I guess crashed, and I hope he's doing well, because that's not what we want to see, especially on the final race. But I'm so happy for all the team, and it's been an amazing 3 years.
This year, the EMX 125 Championship presented by FMF Racing has produced some top-notch action, and we've had a chat with some of the leading lights.
The 125 European Championship presented by FMF this year has been a lot of big names in the 125 class, and nearly everybody is giving it 100%. My FMF exhaust system helps me ride just that little bit more, just that little bit better, because one thing is the sound, that it always sound crisp and nice, but compared to a stock exhaust system, it just gives the bike that little more energy, so you can push the bike perfectly in the corners and on the straightaways.
It's a new name, a new team for me, a new bike. I'm just really happy we start with this project, and that I opted for this year. We started with the bike was not so good, but now it's always better and better, and now we are leading the championship.
So another fascinating race in EMX 125 presented by FMF Racing. Come the final race of the day here at the Monte Carlo racetrack. Bonacorsi, 5 wins from the last 5 races.
It's really special. It's the first time for me that I'm leading the championship. It's a new experience, it's amazing for me, and we just keep going and for the win.
The EMX 2T Championship presented by FMF Racing has produced some enthralling two-stroke action. So let's take a look at some of the highlights.
MX2T, presented by FF. It's been a real good season. Obviously, I've done it for a lot of years now, and I love two strokes. Been around them a long time, and hopefully there's more and more people going to come and do it. They see us in England riding. Like two strokes are a lot of people's favourite. They sell out quite quick, and hopefully we can see this build. Yeah, we were all excited to go early, but then obviously it all got changed. We were meant to have 3 rounds, and then it changed to 5. But with more rounds, I got more excited. I haven't really had much experience with Arco. As I say, it took us a while to get used to the track. I struggled a little bit. Starts pretty tight.
Tim Gajser entered the MXGP season as defending champion, but the Premier class was absolutely stacked in 2020. With so many champions in the field and some seriously fast pretenders to the throne, this year promised to be a stone-cold classic.
I was really happy how the off-season and all the preparation went. With the team HRC, we had completely new bike for this year. I put a lot of hours on the bike to really get used to, because everything was completely new to me.
Hurling's charging down the inside and immediately into the lead and runs Siwa wide, and Gajser goes down. Mitch Evans finds his way past Jeremy Siwa. Jacoby tries to go around the outside, and 3 riders, Gajser, Cairoli and Jacoby. There's Jeremy Siwa. Down the inside of Cairoli, who just looks across helplessly, allows him to go through.
When you have a good race, you know, the confidence are starting to grow, you know, especially already on the beginning, you know, it was just the first round.
I've been studying a lot about the last championships, and I just try to be consistent this year, you know. I don't even want to win every single race, and the good thing is I've already lost a motor. Looking forward to Valkenswaard in 1 week time, home GP, definitely very excited.
Now Jeffrey Hurlings is back on home sand for the MXGP of the Netherlands. This is one of the most historic tracks on the MXGP calendar, having been a host for this event since 1974.
Gajser over on the left-hand side, he's trying to get across, he's going to get parked into the bank. Jeffrey Hurlings will not expect to see Gajser go around the outside of it here, all the way from the outside gate. The 243 takes over the lead. I can't believe what I'm seeing, and I don't think the 30,000 Dutch fans here can believe what they're seeing either. Tim Gajser takes a massive win here in race 1.
If someone told me to keep up the pace with Jeffrey in the deep sand, I would definitely not believe him.
And once again, Gajser is there, and this time more decisive.
Nah, he was good, man. I don't know what he's done over the winter time, but he increased so much on his sand skills, because he did a great job, and he kept me honest for both motos.
The Motor Centre Zelterzerks is based about an hour southeast of the capital in the centre of the country, and is ripped and ready for the 3rd round of the 2020 FIM Motocross World Championship.
It was very difficult. We didn't race for almost 5 months, so that's even longer than off-season, you know. The feeling was exactly the same like first GP in Matterley.
Gajser made a mistake. Yeah, it looks like he's stalled Glenn Coldenhoff. Ooh, number 259. That was pretty close and very lucky. He was alongside Coldenhoff as well.
I had to go really deep, but I have to thank again the team. You know, I pulled such a big hole shot. It's like a rocket out of the gate, and I think we made history today with Gas. So it's amazing.
Oh, Prado's got a problem, and he's got a problem with the front end, either the front brake. Oh!
First moto didn't even finish because my handlebar and the bike was so twisted that it was almost like impossible to ride safely around the track anymore. So I decided to go out.
Oh, Hurlings has gone down! Wow! Game changer! And Cairoli's down! Ch1 is going to win the race.
I'm really happy to rewrite again history for Lithuania. I have dreamed this since I was a kid. This is something really special to me and I think to all Lithuania.
Tony Cairoli, in his 17th year, he has won a Grand Prix every year since he turned pro in 2004. Wow. Cairoli is in there, and Fonas is down there. Tim Gajser, Team HRC, heads towards the Montreal finish line. He wins race 1. And Gajser goes around the outside to lead here. Hurlings was the fastest man on track, and he's alongside, keeping it nice and low. Takes the lead. Oh, Gajser's bike! There he is, he's parked. The bike will not fire up. He can't believe it. That is disastrous for him and the team.
Jeffrey Hurlings finally climbed onto the top step of the MXGP podium and extended his championship lead thanks to Tim Gajser being stopped in his tracks by technical gremlins. The Motocross World Championship is now back for more. This is MXGP's first visit to the track at Monte Carlo since 2012. On that occasion, Tony Cairoli wrapped up his 6th world title in the then MX1 class, while Jeffrey Hurlings picked up his very first MX2 world title.
Prado goes defensive, Hurlings goes through. It's taken 13 laps, but Hurlings has gone through. Prado tips over, and he can't get that fired up, but Jeremy Seaver takes second, Cairoli third. They're going to come together. Oh, talk about muscling and flexing your authority right there. Hurlings wasn't afraid to go in hard, nor was Prado. Seaver into second. What a lap this is.
Well, it's amazing, to equal the big on Tony Cairoli, with 90 GP wins. There's one guy left on the list, which means it's Stefan Everts. He was my idol when I was younger, so I hope to one day catch up to his one-on-one wins. But for now, let's focus on the championship.
What happened to him? He has a huge impact on the spine, like a big compression there. We have 2 tiny fractures in a vertebra. Next day he went back to Belgium, got checked out there again, and they came to the same conclusion.
And finally Jeremy Seaver rounds out the final turn. He wins for the first time in MXGP.
It's awesome to win, okay, it's only one moto, but I've been working so hard for this. To finally make it happen just feels good. I have no words. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, Prado got offline. Pass Pawn coming up. Oh, light at the back end as you scrub your way past the nighttime world champion, Mitch.
I love the word that everyone uses to describe that one, pass Pawn. Definitely looked better than what it felt like.
Tim Gajser will win the race. Prado takes the overall, a first ever Grand Prix victory for Jorge Prado in MXGP. Prado to the inside, straight away, taking the lead away from the 222. And Ch1 tries to lean, and they both collide, and they both stay up. Oh, Ch1, a costly error. That lets Prado off the hook. Gajser charges down the inside. Oh, it's very close. Wow, that was tight. Kai rolling through, this time on his teammate.
After a thrilling triple header here in Faenza, Tony Cairoli rolled back the years to take the red plate in MXGP after Jeffrey Hurlings crashed out of contention. After a short break, we're here in Mantova as the FIM Motocross World Championship gathers pace towards its finale in Trentino in November.
Wow, both guys going down hard. I think Monticelli came off worse there, definitely. And it's Ch1 who emerges in turn 2. Gajser up the inside. Finds a way past Bogus. Ch1 picks up victory in race number 1 here, his second race win of the season. Gajser down the inside at the first attempt and pushes Prado into second place. It's Tim Gajser, he takes the checkered flag, he wins race 2. Ah, look, he's bleeding. He's bleeding, he's got all blood down his chest. So whatever happens, Tony Cairoli has got blood in the front of his helmet. Jorge Prado, Roman Febvre and Ch1 were deemed to have not respected waved yellow flags and dropped 2 positions in race 2.
Just such an incredible feeling, you know, to win an MXGP overall. I think many dream of this, and it's a big milestone in my career. Super cool, okay, not the way I wanted it, but in some years nobody really mind anymore.
Tim Gajser looking good, but so too Roman Febvre. Sal spins up and then gets hooked up, coming out of the turn, unceremoniously dumped to the ground, the number 25. Gajser is there in second. Febvre being harassed left, right and centre. Gajser tries to get on the gas, not able to find a way through. The first look over the shoulder from Roman Febvre, number 3. Roman Febvre, he crosses the line, he is absolutely ecstatic with the win.
I'm really happy. I was searching for that moto win already, but now it's the overall again, so I'm so pleased. The team, Monster Energy Kawasaki Racing Team, they did an awesome job, and it's a new adventure now with us. First victory with them, hopefully not the last one.
Oh no! A problem there.
Prado made the mistake, and then Febvre run into the back of him, and I was like, oh, here we go. Yeah. So then I was like, oh, let's just try and do what I can do. And I did 1 lap, and I was like, oh, let's go for 2. Come round 2, I was like, oh, let's go for 3. And then 4 came in, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then, no, I made a little mistake, and Tim got me, and then it was crazy. I wasn't really breathing at all. I was way too excited.
Already making a move on Prado, looks back across at the young Spaniard. Oh, and Prado, has he thrown away a podium? I think he may have done. So Prado out of second place. Oh, Gajser throws away the race lead. Tony Cairoli will cross the line. He will take the race win here.
I need that victory, you know, like to really say, look, I'm ready to go for that title. So after that race, everything starts to click.
This will be virgin territory for everyone in the 12th round of the 2020 season, the MXGP of Spain.
I really like the track in Spain. It was a new track, and that's what it makes more exciting because, you know, nobody raced there before.
Nothing like a good showboat. That was nice. And Jorge Prado, he takes victory here in race 1.
This was exactly what I wanted to do today. I came to Spain with my goal to win here the GP, and you know, first time going 1-1.
Yeah.
I feel like I was the best out there, so excited. I mean, winning in home soil, it's incredible. So I can't wait for next year, and today was an amazing day.
We'll now pack up and leave sunny Spain behind and head north to Lommel for a Belgium triple header, starting with the Monster Energy MXGP of Flanders. With 6 rounds remaining, the FIM Motocross World Championship is now here in Lommel for a Belgium triple header that is really going to sort the men from the boys.
The HRC rider alongside the JM Honda rider. Walsh looks across and says, oh, not you again. Jorge Prado dancing around the outside of the Kiwi though, nips into second place. Oh, and Gajser hits the eject button. Gajser throws it away. Paulin is your new leader. Seaworth's start device has hung on. Look at that, front end has collapsed. Wow, that is not something you see every day. And Gauthier Paulin wins race 1 here in Lommel.
I was looking at the time and I didn't want it to pass Tim early, you know, because he was putting on the rhythm. So really happy with my race. Definitely, I want to thank the full Monster Energy Yamaha for what they do, believing in me.
Second moto was a really good one. Again, start was good. Make a quick pass, make a nice, comfortable lead, and then control the race till the end, and win another GP there in Lommel. Was huge. I mean, I was super happy. The confidence and everything were on the right place.
And Gajser, Team HRC rider and championship leader, 48 points clear. Tony Cairoli at the moment, 24. He's doubled his points lead today. And a challenge for the lead. Similar place to we saw in race 1. Gajser will go through on the inside. Nice and easy does it. Gajser throws it away. Prado trying to get across, but Cairoli at the inside. He's got a deep hole to fill here as he goes into this right-hander unless he cuts across to the left. That's exactly what he does. And Prado comes back to the inside.
Today it's a hard day. Last week I already said I was a little bit sick, and today I felt it. I mean, first moto I gave it all, and second moto flow was way better. I battled a lot. And that second moto, you know, Tony passed me at one point, I passed him back, and I pushed with all my energy.
Jorge Prado not riding today, third in the championship, tested positive for COVID-19 and will not line up today. And Fox, whole shot number 4 for Tim Gajser. Cairoli is off the side of the track at the first corner. Oh, and Gajser is down. We've got a new leader, and it's Jeremy Seaworth. They're going to be bar to bar into turn 2, and Seaworth goes back by. Oh, and Seaworth, how did he save that? Well, he lost the lead, but he's somehow up on 2 wheels. Never goes defensive to the inside, a few more holes there.
Last day in Lommel was just incredible, you know. Even the points lead in the championship was huge. So I was really happy, and you know, I think all the team was surprised about my sand skills and everything. Even me, you know, I know that I had a speed, but you know, it's not always easy to bring that speed from the training to the races.
The track here at Arco is now set. Tim Gajser leads Tony Cairoli by 74 points in MXGP, leaving the Sicilian a long shot for what would be a record-equalling 10th world title. But Gajser oh so close to a 4th title and a 3rd in the Premier class.
My favorite moment is my GP win in Belgium, in Bastogne. Was a really nice moment. The moment there on that track, winning your home GP in front of a good public, really a good feeling. Family was there, you know, a good moment. After Latvia, I already asked me a few questions. The moment that I decided, and I was like kind of 100% sure, is just before Spain. I will miss racing, of course, yeah. But I have a big passion for motocross, you know. I will all the time ride till I can, till I don't see me without a bike, that's for sure.
Gajser leads the way, Cairoli there second, Tonus is third. Gajser wins race 1 here. Cairoli second, loses 3 points to the championship leader. Tony Cairoli, the 2:22, but then by the time we hit turn 2, it's Siwa who leads the way. Siwa throws away the lead. Cairoli has thrown everything at the Panda, but he's battered them away with those big Panda balls of his. Clement de Sal wins race 2, and he is going to be over the moon with that. Cairoli second, he knows he's going to take some points, but de Sal will be on the podium as well.
We had a 4th GP win at Pietra Murata for the evergreen Tony Cairoli, while the still in green Clement de Sal delivered a first race win in over 2 years, with his retirement just a week away. However, Tim Gajser is still in pole position to clinch a 4th world title.
The night before becoming a world champion, I slept like a baby.
Oh, he's got problems there, hasn't he? He keeps looking down at the clutch, and he's shaking his head. And again, he's got problems, Gajser. He tips over. Gajser goes through. Gajser moves the Pinot wide just to give himself a little bit of space in that turn. In control and looking for world title number 4.
Fourth world title already. I'm just so happy and so thankful. Just want to say a huge thank you to everyone. I mean, like all my team, HRC, everybody is working so hard, you know, to achieve this kind of championships. I just want to say a huge thank you to all my fans, everybody around me, my girlfriend, you know, just everyone. It's just unbelievable. I'm so happy.
You know, the feeling when I crossed the finish line, it was a huge relief, especially after such a weird season. It was just incredible. You see all the team members down there, you know. So happy, so proud. For that gold plate, we worked so hard. We did what was our goal for this year.
I've done all I wanted in my career. I've been giving everything since day one, and I will give everything until the last day. No regrets. I have a wife, I have my family, I have a little girl that's growing and start talking, so it's just awesome.
Poland down the inside of Tonus. He will take him wide and then take fourth away.
I really want to thanks for all the love to everybody. I love them too. Thank you.
From the outside, he runs wide and he's over the bars. There's two of them gone off. He manages to stay up. Explosive start to the final race of the year. Cairoli is in. That's it. Heading back to the paddock. He's going to end the season third overall. And they're very close. Big, big moment.
I'm so happy, you know, it's been an amazing season for us, you know. Of course it was a lot of downs and ups. You know, in the end we managed to bring that title back again. Just want to say a huge thank you to all my team at HRC, you know, everyone, you know, includes my girlfriend, you know, everybody at home.
So the curtain comes down on what has been the strangest of seasons, but somehow the 2020 FIM Motocross World Championship still delivered 18 action-packed rounds and 2 richly deserved champions. We'll now head off for a well-earned winter rest, but don't worry, it will soon be time to do it all over again when the 2021 season roars into action.